Hi, my name is Peter Joosten and I'm here at the AI Congress, held in the O2 Arena in London, and other editions are in Hong Kong and in Las Vegas. And I'm going to interview some of the exhibitors and speakers about the most recent developments in artificial intelligence. And my main focus is on life sciences and biology in healthcare.
Oh, why do we have a brain? I do wonder myself. We have a brain because we move. We move through three-dimensional space. That's a really complex problem. Most life forms don't have a brain because they don't need one, because they stay in the one spot the whole of their lives. But we don't. So a lot of our brain is about visual processing, understanding how we move from A to B. So for the last 40 years, we have been developing computing using a very different approach, a digital approach, a binary approach, if this then that. Very logical, very rational, and it works very well. But we will never be able to take a digital approach to replicate the way humans think, because we think analog. So it doesn't matter how powerful our digital is, it's not analog. So we're taking the first steps in my company. I'm from Artificial Intelligence Research Group. My company, what we're doing is we're taking the first steps to create an analog computer, one which actually replicates the way the brain works. So for example, you and I, when we look at these, we don't have to think, are these glasses? We know instantly without any computation at all, these are glasses. Now, it may have taken us many years as a child to be able to get to that point, but once we're at that point, we don't have to think about it, we just know. So that's what we're doing. We're creating hardware which has zero processing. Inputs come in, the answer comes out instantly with virtually no power at all to get there, but no processing. That's what's vital. That's what's really exciting. And that means we're going to be able to create the next generation of artificial intelligence, one which will just instantly know the answers to questions without having to send the information up into the cloud, such as how Alexa does. It will just instantly know, just as the way you and I instantly know things. Yes, the dirty secret of artificial intelligence is that yes, we can do things such as object recognition, but if you look, you'll find that the computing power which has been thrown at this problem is enormous. So it's like brute force approach. If you're a very large company with a lot of resources and a lot of money, you can afford to do that. The other dirty secret of artificial intelligence is that a lot of the things, for example, image recognition, are being done by humans. They're not being done by AI. They're being done by humans going through thousands and thousands of images, for example, putting a bounding box around and saying what that object is. That is not artificial intelligence at all. So we definitely need a different approach. We have developed a convolutional neural network which, instead of having 150 or 200 layers, it only has 3, so it requires much less processing. It learns as it drives around. We're using it in collision detection for autonomous and semi-autonomous cars, and it requires much smaller training sets than others, by a factor of about 10. So instead of 200,000 images, we can get by with 20,000. Let's talk about healthcare. One of the applications of healthcare will be in radiology, being able to actually diagnose what's going on and being able to support a physician in treatment, looking at pattern recognition, just as the way you and I look at patterns, and instantly we can say there's something wrong with that. And not looking at individual pixels in the pattern, you're just sensing the whole image. That's the approach that we're taking. That's where we're trying to go to.